It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Washington Commanders and the New Orleans Saints. And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
It's a building that's meant so much to the city of New Orleans and all of its residents over the years. And our coverage of the NFL has brought us to it, Caesars Superdome. Alongside my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott, and this is a matchup, Brock, that we may see many, many times in the future of this league. A couple of rookie starters leading their offenses at quarterback.
And that really does make it a measuring stick game for both of them, Kate. Rookie quarterbacks in the draft, they're always linked to each other from the moment they're tabbed the starters in their first season. And then when you get to look across and you get to play one, you know that both of them want to be the one who leads their guys to a win, because that's a victory that'll be talked about, well, for the rest of their rookie season and beyond.
Matt Gay now ready to get this one started. And here we go from New Orleans. On the return, it's Kendre Miller. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. And amidst the veterans, it's this rookie quarterback leading them out.
It's always fun, puts a smile on my face when I see a rookie leading an offense out. A lot of them look like 10-year vets with confidence and poise in the middle of that huddle, middle of their teammates. But let's watch his first couple throws. That's where sometimes you could see some of those nerves slipping through.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Well, they took their shot immediately. Would have been cool if they connected, but no luck. 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. He's dropping back to throw. This finds Moreau. And he'll get it up to the 27.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Running back sent in motion. This is complete to Olave. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. So now the Commanders will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken 2nd in 2024, Jayden Daniels.
Jayden's the closest thing we've seen to Lamar Jackson. And while there's only one Lamar Jackson, the two-time MVP, Jayden's going to push him a little bit in this league. He is a tremendous athlete. Over 1,000 yards rushing down the SEC, and he's just got the instincts, the feel to know when to run it. And man, he can also sling it. A quick, compact, accurate release. I can't wait to watch this guy's skill set unfold in the NFL.
And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the 1st down.
1st down, ball at the 36. Staying with Robinson. And he gets his offense forward to the 44-yard line. The rookie from Texas there on the tackle.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Pick up a 5 on that play, and the Commanders will have a first. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He's got Brown on the slant. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
They've got first down from the 31. Play fake here, Daniels. Into the hands of Samuel, complete. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. Second down now, 7 to go. Again, Daniels to the air. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. Now is Terry McLaurin on the target. And it's third down.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge game.
He has the first over the middle. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. That's good for 7 yards. And the Commanders will have a first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. Second down. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
And the Saints go in nickel. Third down. From the gun, it's Daniels. He completes it in traffic. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14.
Never eat shredded wheat. Northeast, south, and west, right, Kate? And I like on third downs, north and south. You start going east to west and eating that wheat, you could run into problems just like that.
Matt Gay on to line up this field goal. The upright's 31 yards away, dead ahead. Up and good from Fairbairn. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. Returns looking good so far. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. This New Orleans offense readied up for its second drive of the contest. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. This is Alvin Kamara with it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next third down coming.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. They motion the tight end over. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Throw secured by Brandon Cooks. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
Throwing from the gun here. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Kamara now on first and 10. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Tackle made by Von Miller. Call it no gain on that run, and they face second and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Second and 10 now. Finds him over the middle. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
You know, kid, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
The throw is caught. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through one quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. We're back for the start of the second. Saints have the ball and a chance at 6. Throwing on second and 6. Catch is made in close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Third and just 2 to go. Throwing from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. He'll throw it yet again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a second quarter lead. Well, good luck stopping the big fella that close to the goal line, Brock. I've always thought that the distance right there is just made for tight ends to score touchdowns.
Yeah, and it's not just the sport that you also love to cover in basketball. It's all about matchups. You get near the red zone and into the end zone, matchups become critical. And when you got a dude like this that's a mismatch maker, you feed him.
Blake Groupie to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints take a 4-point lead. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Here comes the Washington offense out to the field, ready for their second drive. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They're out and set, 1st and 10. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Carl Granderson in on the tackle. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Daniels from the pistol. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Here's a counter give to Robinson. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 43. Chased out to his right. He can run it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. Runs inside the 35. And he's going to have this all the way down to the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Anytime you go over half the field in one play, totally changes the complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end the series with some type of points.
Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now in goal to go. Samuel comes in motion left. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. Only 1 on the carry, so that's going to bring up 2nd and goal from the 3.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
Robinson. And he's in for the touchdown. The Commanders take a 2nd quarter lead. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there, not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest of hesitations for the defense, and that slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders push their lead to 3. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Shaheed now to return. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Saints are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Into the hands of Olave. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
To throw it on first down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Finds the in route complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, with out routes or in routes just like that.
And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he loved to know the tendencies of a defense. In third and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass in a fourth down instead.
The Commanders and Brian Robinson Jr. running back on now. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on him. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. Forced out to his right. He's going to keep it this time. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They send a man in motion. Now Daniels off the play action. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Justin Reed has the INT. And the Saints take over after returning it inside the red zone.
The best defenses, you can go look at it through the decades, are built from the inside out. And that's not just stopping the run on the inside out. That's playing your coverage from the inside out. That time, beautiful job by the defense of taking away the middle of the field, getting that interception, and setting their offense up for success.
The Saints come marching onto the field. And that interception has set them up beautifully inside the red zone. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Kamara running out of the gun. Broke through the tackle. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. The Saints, with some work to do, trailing in this game. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Goal to go, it's a pass play. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. It's 2nd and goal.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
So the incompletion on 1st, here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Cut near the goal line. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly, as a check-down outlet on short throws.
Kamara. And he hauls it across for the New Orleans touchdown. The Saints get some late points and the lead. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Group B to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Saints take a 4-point lead. Here's Group B on now to handle the kickoff. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Into the hands of Samuel. Complete. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. To the line we go. They're set. 1st and 10. Now Daniels to throw. That's complete. Here's Austin Eckler. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. He'll get this to Samuel. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Again, Daniels to the air. That's complete. McLaurin along the sideline.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. From the gun, it's Daniels. Along the sideline, Brown brings it in. And he's out of bounds, just short of the 30. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance focusing on the catch. Keep it.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens because you've got to make that transition from college where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You've got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
So they sent it to a second set of eyes in New York, and the call on the field is confirmed. They've got first down from the 31. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He'll get it complete to Brian Robinson Jr. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This, 42 yards from the right half. Up and good from Fairbairn. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. Offense liked how that play went, so they choose to decline the penalty. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Drops to a knee, and that pesky final second runs off. So we're to the end of our first half. So we're at halftime here in beautiful New Orleans, and it's the Saints who've got the lead as we head to the break. Now we'll send you east to our studios in Orlando. That's where Jonathan Coachman is waiting to bring you the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We just watched a solid first half from the veteran running back, Alvin Kamara. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Out comes the offense from Washington to begin the third quarter. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Another carry for Robinson. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. That one ends up a gain of 6. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
A toss now to Robinson. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
2nd and 13. He's on the move. He's going to tuck it and run. And they touch him down. Looks to be about 4 yards short of the sticks.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Now they send their back in motion right. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
Play fake here, Daniels. Dumped off to his running back. And he's brought down at the line.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. They go play action here. Has a man. It's Ertz. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
He'll cobble together a yard there. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to throw, here's Daniels. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
That's just a gorgeous corner route by the wide receiver. I bet you'll find, Kate, in the annals of football history, the best corner route runners as receivers are also the best slant runners, the best post runners, because it's all about change of direction, and that was put on display right there.
Man in motion, headed right. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. He's on the move. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And he'll go down here at the 16.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
2nd down now, 7 to go. outside is caught by Samuel. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders take the lead right away in half number 2. Deebo Samuel, the touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock, but I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around him. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on him. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
And this is caught as they hit the end zone for 2. Oh, it's a favorite of NFL teams and armchair quarterbacks alike, partner. The quick slant. It is so tough to defend that close to the goal line, and this time it works for 2.
It sure is. It's one of those plays that I think Bart Starr was running in the 60s, that slant route.
Whoa.
When you incorporate it with the threat of a fade as well, that's when it becomes so effective. But you get inside that DB, you show the quarterback your numbers, and it's almost automatic for a 2-point conversion.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Shaheed now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The New Orleans offense set to go now. And they're a touchdown back, Brock, as they take over down 21-14. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. All down by Dorrance Armstrong. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. He's gonna try to drop it in deep right. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Dropping back to throw. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Mike Sandra still makes the play. And the Commanders twist the knife after that interception. Wow, they took it all the way back to the 20-yard line before being stopped. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Daniels back to throw. He has it at the 5! And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Back now, pressure on its way. And he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chance for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
Gay to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders double their lead to 14. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Here's Miller on the return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. They've got first down from the 31. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Connects with Johnson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Frankie Louvu there for the tackle. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Assignments were tested, and they were ready for it defensively. That's an excellent stop at the line. And it's going to make this offense seriously question revisiting that call.
They give on 2nd to Kamara. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
I don't know, kid. I didn't think he had it, but that back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
Motioning the tight end left. First down, and they go right back to it. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Saints' ball. They're down on the scoreboard, but things not out of hand yet. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Changing things up, they're going to throw now. The screen pass falls incomplete. This one intended for the running back. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
They kick the running back in motion. 3rd and long for him here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Mike Sandra still makes the play.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. Ball at the 33 for first down. Out of the gun, Daniels. That's taken in by Samuel. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Throwing now, Daniels. He'll try and run this. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield, get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Now Daniels off the play action. Vacates quickly left side. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes him back, third down coming up.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
Third and long for Daniels. Buys time, rolling right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
Up and good from Fairbairn. And that makes this a 3-score game.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Here's Miller on the return. Finds some space, he's past the 30. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. The Saints, their quarterback, returning to the field now. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That's into the hands of Moreau. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 42. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately, no connection to be made.
Shotgun now on third down. He's throwing deep to the left side. He's got it inside the 25. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints get it back to within 2 possessions. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Groupie adds the extra point. And the Saints cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. This return starts at the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. The Commanders ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's keeping it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
Daniels on 1st down. Into the hands of Samuel, complete. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory.
Whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front needed to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
One of the tight ends motioning left. From the 45 on 2nd down. Escapes the pocket. Now he takes it. Give him 13 on that play. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On 1st down, here's Daniels. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down. Daniels from the pistol. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. That's DeMario Davis. And the Saints have some new life in the fourth.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. This finds Moreau. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him. That's what they call staring down the gun barrel. You know as a quarterback, you're about to get absolutely blasted, but you got to deliver an accurate throw just like that.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 47. Kamara's got it. Ooh, play didn't develop like he needed. He goes out behind the line.
This is one of those plays, Kate, I could just hear defensive buzzwords. Pursue, effort, run him down. Just a total effort defensively to knock that running back right out of bounds and put a negative yardage mark on the stat sheet.
Running back sent in motion. Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Able to get it to Moreau. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. Gets this one to Shaheed. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Still sticking with the passing game. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That play is so impressive on so many levels. Not just because it saves a touchdown, Kate. He had to time that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or letting him establish possession for the score. That is so, so good.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
And that is teaching tape right there, Kate, for why you never, ever give up on a play. Looked like a certain touchdown grab until he comes in and knocks the ball free right at the last moment.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Touchdown, New Orleans! All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And now for the point after, and crucially to bring things within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him, a field goal, would tie this game in the fourth. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. He fields it from the 8. And this drive will start inside the 25. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And his effectiveness hasn't been limited to what he can do with his arm this season. On that last drive, he reached a significant mark for his efforts on the ground as well. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. An option gives to Robinson. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
I've talked to running backs over the years, Kate, in the transition from the college game to the pro game. They'll tell you, there's just times in the NFL you got to run into darkness. You run into a lot of bodies. Perfect example of that on the 1st down play.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Commanders only up by a few. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Staying with Robinson. And he works through a lane for a gain up to the 30. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. The Saints add a 5th defensive back here. 3rd down coming up. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And this won't amount to much. Tackled after a small run to the 32. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. Commanders punting on 4th down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty vets, Tressway. Looking to return from the 29. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And the Saints will get set to take over. They're set up at the 35 now. He'll look to throw it. Completed over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You put up the combine times of tight ends running a 40-yard dash, and they certainly don't run as fast as the safeties or the corners in this league. But when you get them going in the right direction and you get them dragging across the field like that, well, they could still do their damage.
Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set. Into the hands of Olave. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Back to throw. He finds Johnson. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Now the Saints hustling people forward. They need to get set. Setting up to pass. He's got Shaheed. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Here he is to throw. Catch is made in close.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. He'll throw it yet again. That's complete to Kamara. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Now to throw. And he makes the catch on the right sideline, but no. Oh, they call it out of bounds. The throw led him just a little bit too much.
Well, he had the space from the defender and the concentration to make a great catch. What he didn't have was enough end zone real estate. That's just a very, very exciting incompletion.
The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Here's an important kick now for Blake Grupe. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Looking good, and it's through. And inside the final minute, they've tied this up.
These are the moments, Kate, when you realize how valuable a clutch kicker is. When he's the only guy out there and everybody relying on him, and he delivers.
Here's Grupe on now to handle the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The visitors returning their offense and this running back to the field. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Handoff now out of the gun. And he'll only drive this forward to around the 26. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Well, Brock, 4 quarters, couldn't decide a winner, and now we're set up for an exciting conclusion to this contest. Overtime is coming up next. Now hopefully this conclusion will be just as exciting as our opening 4 quarters. The kick is away here in overtime. Shaheed now to return. This return makes it up to the 25. Here comes the Saints offense. And they settled for a chip shot field goal last time, Brock. You gotta think they want to be able to finish it off and reach the end zone here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Counter give to Kamara. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Another run for Kamara. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Throwing now from the gun. Quick slant caught by Shaheed. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Looking to the air here. This is reeled in by Kamara. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commander's territory.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. He'll throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And he works this to the 38 before going down. That one gains 7. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Throwing it again here. Taken in by Shaheed. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 32. Throwing the out route complete. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Running right, it's Kamara.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Here's a throw. And he's got it. Has a layout for it, but touchdown. The Saints break the tie and go up by 6. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. The Commanders set to take over. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now he gets a shot here in overtime. It's caught, Eckler. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
He'll get this to Samuel. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
On 1st down, here's Daniels. On the move, headed right. He's going to keep it this time. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Able to find Ertz. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Daniels. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. Man, that was a chain mover if you would have held on, Brock, but the contact just too much to do so.
Yeah, he's going to be disappointed in himself because you've got to make these contested catches, but I do give a lot of credit. An outstanding effort defensively to force that ball out.
They'll run it with Robinson. And that run won't come close. That's a turnover on downs.
And what a battle of wills we just got to see. Fighting in the trenches on a 4th down run. Trying to play conservative, keep it on the ground to power it across, but there was no overcoming a front, just as equally motivated to get off the field.
So it's a win for the Saints. And it took some extra effort, Brock, some bonus football before they were finally able to separate from the opposition and earn that hard-fought victory. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the Saints as we say so long from New Orleans.